To me, it's the perfect combination of being in peace, being very close to the nature.
You can't recreate it. It's probably been like this for centuries and centuries, and that's what we love about it.
You have to feel and taste this experience. It's just remarkable.
I feel very connected to this place. From the very beginning, when we decided to buy, I had something in my life I had never dreamed of having.
I mean, every time we come here, the sensations and the feelings that we have for Borgo Di Vagli are enhanced.
It has something to do with feeling very, very comfortable, feeling at ease.
And feeling welcome.
When I came here in 1991 for the first time, there was no more road. Some of the buildings you couldn't even see because they were completely covered. Some of the rooms had a tree inside, and when you entered the room, you could see the top of the tree and the sky. When you start, you have a lot of concern, you have a lot of fears if you want, but when you've done it several times, then you become more and more confident. You immediately try to get to the essence of the project, even if it's completely covered by wheat, by bushes or whatever. I give a lot of importance to authenticity. The structure is exactly as I found it. It's a philosophical decision that you have to make, and this decision needs to be balanced between, obviously, modern needs and the respect for the authentic origins. That's the perfect balance between environment and architecture. Infinity environment. That's the way to do it. Leave it as it is. We want to give people the possibility to experience another way of living. When you talk to the owners, you can realize that they are having this kind of experience. And the more they're having this kind of experience, the more they like it.
It was like an adventure. We drove and drove and drove up this little hill, and we thought, wow, is it that? Is that the place? And then standing out of the car and the smell and the silence, yeah. This was the first time in my life that a place was even better than the beautiful movie and the films. Words couldn't do it and pictures couldn't do it.
And we really just fell in love with the place.
As soon as you come towards it, there's something about it. It looks almost organic, I think.
We said, isn't this what really would fit us?
We were meant to stop here. This is why we were meant to be here.
We were just enthralled with the area and thought this would be a great place to return to every year.
It was like, well, we cannot go back. We have to be a part of this place.
Until you're here, until you're sitting where we're sitting right now, with all this beauty all around us, you can't even begin to understand the value that it creates for yourself inside.
It was everything that we dreamt of and just felt like home.
All rooms are different.
They all have their own character and personality. It's so authentic.
They're individual, they're charming, they're very comfortable, they're beautifully furnished.
It is very luxurious.
It's immaculate.
That's
And
a
it's
good
almost
point.
a contradiction, you know, medieval place being so immaculate.
It's elegantly done, but it's rustic.
I particularly love the gardens as well. I think they complement the buildings beautifully.
One of our daughters said that, oh, we knew it was beautiful, but had never imagined that it would be this nice.
And they didn't use any new materials at all in restorating the place. You can see it's an architect with a good taste.
I like the way he's reused all the original stones and used them quite imaginatively. There are nice little doorways and little keystones over the doorways.
This door is beautiful. We were able to keep the door, and in fact, if you touch it, it has that typical silky touch and made by the time, by the rain, by the sunshine, and it's a piece of art. Some kind of shaman must have sculpted that. We miss the meaning of it because we can't read the writing underneath, but certainly there is a shamanic meaning with the face and the snake and the fact that this was the north-facing part of the watchtower, which was the first building at Vagli.
Every detail's been thought through and every detail's authentic. What you see is something that looks like it could have stepped out any time in the last 300 or 400 years. It just melds beautifully into the countryside. It's just fantastic.
We give a lot of emphasis to the location of this place, which is kind of unique in the middle of nowhere, if you want. But this nowhere is a protected area where nobody can build anything.
There is an element of being at one with nature.
Every season you find flowers here.
The colors of the hillside, we saw them change. I mean, over the weeks we were here.
And when we go hiking, we just go through these
Perfumed hills.
perfumed hills, yes.
It's almost like it was planted there to have the perfect Italian vision, but it's all natural. You hear the birds and they sing all through the day. Keeping the windows open lets the nature come to you even when you're resting inside your house.
What's luxury for us is this, is the fact of having time, enjoying an untouched environment, to enjoy the nature. These are things which are not so common nowadays.
It's centrally located yet completely secluded.
It is the Italy that you dream of.
Places to explore absolutely everywhere.
Within 2 hours of Siena, Florence, the wine country.
Florence is just one of my favorite cities.
Rome is 3 hours away, Montepulciano.
Perugia's just around the corner.
Cortona has, of course, become a favorite. It's a very traditional, typical Italian town, not too touristy.
There's so much to explore. We have just touched a little on the surface.
So you're always hearing about these new places to go.
There's nothing competing for your time except decide what absolute treasure you're going to enjoy next.
We have a road map, and I remember one of the first trip here, opening up the page, and there's Mercatali and Perile and Borgo Di Vagli. We could take a whole lifetime of traveling and not flip the pages.
If you come here, it's because you want authenticity, even in the relationship with the ones who are working here for you. And this is also what makes this place unique.
We really feel a connection with the staff that really enhances the experience about being here.
The people who started it and had the dream and their hearts in it are still here, and they are as passionate.
I can genuinely say they're absolutely lovely.
They have a very special relationship with all the people who come to Borgo.
Even if you're here for the first time, I think very quickly they make you feel at home.
It's a beautiful experience, meeting new people every day, being with the locals here, learning every day something new. It's truly a magical place.
The trattoria with the genuine Italian country food.
One word, Dina.
Her cooking is
excellent.
marvelous.
Just
excellent. Yeah.
Dina is just something else.
She's a fabulous cook.
She is just a fabulous cook.
She starts making it in the early morning, and you can
smell it walking around the hamlet.
So you kind of look forward to dinner all day.
Our whole life comes from this hamlet here.
That adds another authenticity to
Her recipes have been passed down for generations, and she's passing them down through her daughters as well.
She's almost a grandmother to us. She's really passionate about what she does, and she really uses all the things from her own garden, and everything just tastes delicious.
The ingredients that she uses are all seasonal and change, obviously, as depending on what time you're visiting. It's such a treat to go there.
The most special, genuine Italian food that I've ever tasted.
In the trattoria, it's a really nice place to meet people.
Very often you don't know who you're going to meet, and that's a pleasure.
This is a very small community, but it's a very special community.
We can't believe how close we've become to people that we've met here.
And that part of the experience really has colored it for us, because we have made so many friends.
My job was not only restoration, but was creating for the new owners a new philosophy of life. To make this philosophy of life be real and not just a nice sentence on a piece of paper, on a brochure, you really have to participate of this development. And so my presence here, now as a friend more than anything, it's a pleasure to share an evening with them. It's beautiful. They feel they are participating of a real big family. It's a family of like-minded people. The people who own here will have a one common feeling. They are sticking to this philosophy of life.
It changed my, you could say, feeling of what do I have in my life. And having this is very important value for me.
I woke up this morning to silence, complete, utter silence. I just felt a peace and a serenity. We've gotten a greater appreciation for just how amazing it is.
We can always know that we can come back to this place that we own part of. But there is something special about these houses. They have been here for hundreds of years, and they look like they've been here for 100 years. It is so different from our daily lives back at home.
My lifestyle has changed, and I'm a different person. My personality has really come out. Here, you're just yourself, plain and simple.
As I unwind here in Borgo Di Vagli, it's just, there's so much balance.
I can say to my friends, we're off to Italy, we have a piece of property in Tuscany. That feels pretty good.
We used to talk about buying a place in Italy, and we didn't like the idea of buying something outright because of all of the maintenance, and we wouldn't be here to control that.
When fractional came along, it just totally suited the way we wanted to use the place.
This is a possibility to have a share of a real estate in Italy.
So I like the idea that we're several people owning several houses.
Having actually part of the equity in the place, again, is quite important.
We have been just so impressed with the integrity of the process here. The integrity of the product is obvious.
This gives a lot more flexibility in using it.
There's property everywhere for sale. There's fractionals everywhere for sale. But I don't know where there's a 13th century Tuscan hamlet that provides what this experience provides anywhere.
I've met a lot of wonderful people, many of which have become close friends of mine, of Fulvio's. They come back to what they consider is their home here in Borgo Di Vagli. And there's something that they want to share with their friends and their family. They have an affinity to the staff and to the friendliness of the staff and the people and the locals.
It means a lot to us that this ownership is personal. It is ours. We can let the children inherit it if we want to, or we can sell it.
We feel that we've bought into history.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people can do that?
But we've really experienced it now, and it really does work.
Being together, all of us, in these surroundings and seeing the children so happy was just very, very special.
It makes life very simple on vacation for us.
But here, you're together all the time, and it's amazing. It's just recreating, gonna make me fill up now. Recreating when we were younger, and we're just free of all the things that tie you down when you're at home.
An adventure in real life.
Many times I've just sat up at the pool and listened to the wind in the tree and thought, just soak it in, soak it in. You've got to do that and be here to do that.
I feel serenity and grace in a way I've never felt at other places I've been in my life.
To me, Tuscany is so beautiful. I love the landscape, I love the rolling hills, and I love the cities, and I love the diversity. This is our home in Italy, and we hope that we can continue to come back here for years and years.
It's almost a place out of time. Everything about it I thoroughly enjoy.
When we've sent other people here, they're people that we know will get it.
And every one of them has come back saying, no exaggeration, I may have traveled the world, this is the most unique, amazing experience I've ever had.
We get back home and we try and explain what Borgo Di Vagli is to our friends. Even when we show them pictures, it doesn't really do it justice.
It's a different experience. I think, isn't that what life's about? A bit of variety?
It is a place where I belong, where I'm part of a family. That's the core of what it is to me. And that's unique in my life.
This is a project that never stops, never ends. We end, but the project doesn't end. And so we structure it. We've done it in a way that nobody can ruin this dream, which is a dream forever. We were starting from an architectural, environmental issue, and we ended up on a philosophy of life. I think I've been able to close what in Italian we say, chiudere il cerchio. We close the circle. The people who are purchasing here, they are really looking for their home in Tuscany. They know now that this home is a home forever. And that makes a big, big difference.